Today with me is Neil Huntley, boss at Revolution Elite Combat Championship. We will speak about last show, the best, for me, one from the best ones I seen, a lot of fantastic fights.
Yeah.
If you can summarize in few words, maybe more than few, last show, say about what was crowd reception, how big show, how many fights, how many supporters come to see fighters.
Yeah, another great sellout show. I think we was limited to 600. We actually did 638 on the night. That was the gate. One of the best fight cards we've done up to yet regarding the matchups. Even though we still had pullouts in the last sort of 48 hours, the matchups were phenomenal, from the K1 and the Pro K1 and the MMA bouts that we had matched up, including the boxing. All the feedback that we get all the time is how well matched the fights are. I push my fighters, I give them hard matchups, and to say that's what we was doing, a smaller show. First time that show's been done in Worksop, where they've had MMA, K1 and boxing on the same night in a cage. It's never been done. Only boxing events has been done in Worksop. So it was nice to sort of tick another box off. It was meant to be one of the smaller shows, but even our small shows now are always 600 plus.
I noticed it wasn't small.
Yeah,
show.
No, we've got some fantastic fighters. We've got the gyms that are now that are coming to compete on the shows. It's good, and I'm sort of having to sit back and pinch myself, thinking, wow, I'm creating something that's working. But I put a lot of time, a lot of effort. The production, obviously yourselves, the media side to it, that all helps. And I think the team of people we've got behind us to help push this show forward, it's just going from strength to strength.
Could you tell me how many fights that small show had?
Yeah, well, this is the problem we've got now. So even though it was meant to be a small event, we had 22 bouts on. I don't know how I do it, to be honest. Like I say, we've got a lot of fighters that's interested in fighting on the show, and the gyms that want to put fighters forward. I don't like letting people down, so we normally do start with around 28 to 30 bouts. As the weeks go on, you always get pullouts, always. This time, like I say, we had 22 bouts on. We did have the pullouts, but because there was some of the local fighters, I still managed to get them matched even on the day. I think we had about 4 or 5 pullouts on the day. So it cost me money to replace them fighters on the night. But when people sold tickets, they've got people coming to support them, and some of them were like the home fighters as well. And luckily, I've got a wide range of contacts throughout the UK that I can call upon people that will sort of come in and stand in last minute, which is I'm always grateful for that. Like I say, it does cost money. It doesn't happen for free, but it keeps the show going. It's promoting the show. It's keeping the promotion well advertised as well, because of the quality of the fights we get on, and it's something I'm very, very proud of. Yeah, I think everyone pulls together on the night, because I don't think we've had a show that runs smoothly yet behind the scenes. But I think I'm running around like a headless chicken. We're trying to keep everything controlled, and I'm also trying to corner my main guys, my fighters as well, because obviously I've coached them, so I want to make sure that they're in the right mindset. But even behind the scenes with that, we've got like Rob Watson, Gabriel, like Big Dean Turner, Simon Charlton, all the coaches that also, and even the other lads, the other fighters, they all chip in. And the unit that we've got behind the scenes, sometimes I'll rush back. I literally probably get 60 seconds with them for the pad work. The actual warm-up with my fighters now, I've noticed I don't need to do. The main bit for me, which I know where I have to mentally switch them on, is being stood with them. And as soon as I walk them out, as long as I walk them out and I can be there for them, I know they're switched on, because I'm obviously the coach, and that's the bit that's the main bit for me. But yes, I'm running around like a headless chicken most of the night, trying to keep everything together. But then the feedback after, and everybody's like, oh my God, what an amazing show. It was well run, everything runs smoothly. And I'm thinking, you've got no idea. You've got no idea what we've had to do to get it, to keep it together.
Okay, so speaking about behind the scene,
yeah.
I noticed on the show it was plenty people what did help you.
Yeah.
Could you say what kind of help and what they did? You mentioned coaches, what they help in warm-up fighters, but who else?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's on the day. I say everyone sort of chips in. Obviously, like Carson's dad now, Lee Greenacre. They're like sort of like the Mr. G's. They're the main sponsor of the show. But not just that, he's a friend now as well. He helped out loads. The raffle he did.
I noticed that raffle he did in.
Yeah,
he in a fantastic way describe what was the win on that raffles.
Oh, the prizes,
brilliant. Yeah. I almost couldn't stop laughing when he advertised it to people.
It's fantastic on social media. It takes a massive pressure off me. Like I say, even on the night, just helping out, doing the raffle tickets as well. I say the fundraising he does for the gym, in and out the gym as well, all in his own time. I'll forever be grateful for that. It's something I'm not used to either, and what I've noticed over the last sort of couple of years as well, what the gym's attracting, what the show's attracting now is people that we're getting more sponsors, we are getting more help. So I know we're doing everything correct. Like I say, I know on the night now, Simon Charles' wife, she's like helping, she does on the reception. It's people I can trust, and I think everyone knows in this game there's a lot of people that's out for what they can get, and I think with what we've got with this gym, the people that I now know that's sort of involved with it behind the scenes, as well as like on the night, that all chip in to help. These are people that I trust, and for me that's a massive thing.
Okay, let's come back now to the show.
Yeah.
We had one fight for very young gentlemen there.
Oh yeah,
Carson and Archie.
Yeah, Carson and Archie. Bit of a shame really, because it was a bit of the matchmaking was fine, sort of leading up to it. There was quite a few options, and literally fight week, it all changed with pullouts. So Archie was a little bit heavier than Carson, but I spoke to John Popwell. Obviously, we've got a good relationship with the gym and coaching, and we both agreed to do a skills bout, which was perfect for both of them. No winners, no losers.
Archie's fight was a really good one.
Archie's local as well to Worksop, so it was good for his first his appearance in front of still a massive crowd for his first fight, 12 years old, and his family. So it was the right thing to do, and it worked perfectly. Carson got to work on footwork and counters. Archie's got a very good skill set very early on, because John's a good coach, and it was the right thing to do. Nice and controlled, dead respectful, and it was a great fight for both of them.
I'm really big fan of Carson. When I can see him again on the ring or in the cage.
We've now had to, because of the issue I've got with the amount of fights that we keep getting, and the level of the fights, which I've noticed now are increasing, because I'm attracting sort of like pro fighters now, as well as very, very well experienced amateurs in the MMA, as well as the K1, is I've had to sort of do another show. So what we're doing now is a smaller show. I'm classing this as a smaller show.
I like that word, smaller show.
Yeah, but we've gone back to its roots. We've gone back to the Civic Centre, Mansfield Civic Quarters. So the limit's going to be 500. We're sort of touching 350 already. So with tables nearly sold out. So what that's for is for junior bouts, skills bouts, and novice fighters for under 5 fights. But we've already got a main event fight, which is going to be Aaron Madden, because he can't compete on the 11th of June. So Aaron Madden's actually going to be fighting on the 28th of May. So we've actually got like a top tier 4 main fight card, which normally on a show is what happens anyway, and it's like then just an undercard. But what's happening for like the 11th of June? I've named the show Rise of the Elite. RV Adden. It's going to be another 1,000 crowd sellout. These are all top level fights. These are guys that are ranked in the UK, K1, MMA and everything. So these are all top level fights. So what I'm going to do now is a feeder show, which is going to be for the juniors and the novices, and then that'll build them up to then fight on the big show, which is at RV Adden.
Fantastic. Tell me if we can come back again to that last show at Worksop.
Yeah.
What was your the biggest surprise of this show?
That's probably the shock was the Josh Crowther, Stephen Buckmere. I think was expecting sort of a 3-round war. Obviously, they started to warm up pretty early on, and then unfortunately Stephen got caught, which is the game. 10 ounce gloves, Pro K1. Josh Crowther, plenty of movement, plenty of feints, set it up, caught him, and Stephen stepped in again, and obviously it caught him again, and unfortunately got knocked out. So, and that's the fight game, and I think that was probably the biggest shock of the night. But like I say, two great pro fighters with great gyms, great backgrounds, and somebody's who had to go. Unfortunately, it was Stevens, but Stevens back out on the 11th of June. He does not mess about. Stevens he got straight back in the gym, and he's now got another test against Ben Hubble. This is a fight I've been trying to make for the last 3 years. Ben Hubble's agreed to step up in weight, so they're all going to fight at the middleweight limit of 80 kg. This is going to be one unbelievable fight. Ben, I've sparred with Ben, trained with Ben, same with Stephen, and this fight just gels well for fireworks.
You know, it came to my attention as you said it will be almost fight of the night, but I do believe Bailey will get fight of the night this time.
Yeah, no,
I know we're not supposed to talk about it as of yet because we still summarize.
Yeah, potentially fight of the night.
I couldn't resist. Sorry.
Yeah, but we've also got Alan Kimpman coming over. He's going to be fighting Nathan Riddle from Powers Gym. I've sort of been speaking to them for a while now. I'm over the moon. We've got three top level fighters coming from Powers Gym, and they are very well scored fighters. So we've got Alan Kimpman, Nathan Riddle for the top two for me, and then Stephen Buckmere, Ben Hubble. They've got fight of the nights written all over them.
Okay, let's come back to what we're supposed to speak about. Any shocking decision or what happened at this show?
I think there was a bit of a potentially bad decision on the Aaron Madden. I've sort of watched that back. I thought Aaron had nicked that on the 5-rounder title fight against Mitch Turner. They're 1-1 now, but I know they're fighting again. Aaron's going up to their show and fighting on their show this week, and then they're going to put it to bed thanks they fought each other 3 times. So I think they won a piece now. So I was sort of shocked at that home crowd. I did think Aaron had nicked it, but unfortunately the judges seen it the other way. So bit of a shock, but I'd say tough fight. Both gel well. Aaron was up here sparring on Friday. That's the strongest and the best I've seen Aaron. So I've got a feeling it won't be leaving in the judges' hands when he goes up there this weekend
for the next one.
Yeah,
that's the right approach. In your opinion, again, best fighter, best fight.
Without a doubt, James Sloan, Andy Merrills. I know what James Sloan's capable of. He's only 18. Andy Merrills has been on the scene a hell of a long time. God knows how many fights he's had. The Brent Crawley rematch didn't happen again. So just over a week's notice, I knew James could do that. It was just a matter of getting him confident enough to do it. At first the answer was no. Then he had to think about it, come back. We spoke about it again. I told him how we beat Andy, and then all of a sudden he switched on, and within the space of 3 days we was both very confident. Great start to the fight, feeling each other out.
To be honest, after that first round I've been thinking James going to lose this fight in really bad way, but
it was the second round. The first round I think they had a good feeling off process. Andy, we knew he was going to come forward. The idea was touch, counter, and then James will explode with a combination, which he does, and then move back out, move back in. Plan worked to a T until Andy Merrills caught James with a left hook from hell, which was probably potentially the cleanest shot of the fight, which landed. And James was asleep. It was a Tyson Fury moment, head snap back, he was knocked out. James was out cold on the floor. Me and Tiger's shouting through the cage. He comes round, we said, right, take your time, go to one knee. As the count hits 7, stand up. 8, 9, 10, and he then survived that round for, I think, for around 30 seconds. Survived, sat him down. For me, on that was the best thing that's ever happened to James Sloan. Him getting hit like that and getting dropped, it actually woke him up. As much as it sort of dropped him how it did. He then schooled Andy, for me, for the rest of the fight, got his feet back under him. Everything was switched on because he knew he didn't want to get hit like that again. And he outboxed Andy. He did everything to plan, letting his shots go. He got his feet back under him. And for an 18-year-old kid to show that sort of experience, that level of quality of boxing ability, after getting dropped like that, for me, without a doubt, fight of the night, and he deserved that belt, hands down.
Fantastic. Last question.
Yeah.
Because that is very, very curious for me, and obviously if you don't want to talk about it, I will understand.
Yeah.
In future, do you intend to put federation, RECC like a federation, to go bigger and bigger and bigger?
We've got there's options there. I'm an independent company. There's options there that I'm in talks with a few people at the minute for where we could go with the show. But what we're doing at the minute, and I think with how independent we are as a company, we potentially don't need it at the minute. But I am in talks with other areas to see what we can do with this, and the smaller shows as well. But like I say, you know, look at your bigger companies.
I noticed as RECC from show to show,
yeah,
going bigger and bigger.
It's getting bigger, and we're finally attracting the right fighters, and more people want to be on it. I've brought something back to Nottinghamshire, which is the old Clash of Warrior days, the Cage Warriors days, the shows.
Just behind you, it's
yeah.
Photography.
Yeah.
Both my friends,
yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah, and Nottingham's not seen that for a long while, so to sort of now start to bring that back.
I would say very long one. I remember that was day 2015.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah.
So to sort of bring that back, I think, as well as have that there for the fight. Nottingham's got an unbelievable range of quality fighters. So all of a sudden now we've got a show that the production, and they've got the stage to come out on. We've got commentators on the shows, top level referees, judges, the whole lot. The show's there as a production and as a promotion. People want to fight on it, and I'm more than happy with it.
Okay, when we speak about production, I do believe all your fights going to be published on YouTube, right? Yeah.
You just go to Neil Huntley YouTube. Look for the logo as well for the Revolutionary League Combat Championships. All the fights are on there now. They take a few weeks to get uploaded because of the editing and stuff. But yeah, all the shows for any of the Revolutionary League Combat Championships shows are on there. Even the early ones, Ring Warriors, which now obviously we're back to Ring Warriors because obviously the show on the 28th of May is back in a ring. So Revolutionary League Combat Championships has actually brought Ring Warriors back, so which I'm happy about because that's where we started. And then obviously Rise of the Elite is obviously that's back in a cage on the 11th of June.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. It was
Thank you very much.
pleasure to talk to you.